Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Byronic, and on today's Star Guide, I'm going to talk about the MobiGlas, and more specifically, what we saw from CitizenCon 2014. Now, considering every player will come equipped with the MobiGlas, this is important to every single one of you, so sit back and let's get this started. Before we talk about what we saw from CitizenCon, we should first understand what the MobiGlas is. Have you ever wondered what happened to smartphones in the 30th century? Well, a MobiGlas is basically that. A futuristic mobile computing device developed by Microtech that has become a standard in daily life for citizens of the UEE. Before CitizenCon, we knew that you could use them for personal communication and transferring UEC to displaying the star map and remote controlling machines. In some of these older concept designs, we saw a rough sketch of what it looks like in-game. In this image, we can see the MobiGlas analyzing our ship and detecting a damaged state. Not only that, but it specifically tells you which part number and part type if you want to fully replace the damaged component. In this image, we can see the MobiGlas being used to browse character apparel, which also includes prices and items on sale. Now, if you find something you like, you can learn more information on it, choose a color scheme, and purchase it from your available balance. Now that you guys have a general idea on what MobiGlas is and what it's used for, let's take a look at what we learned from CitizenCon 2014. In this first image, I'll be calling this our MobiGlas home screen. This is where you can navigate to unread messages, check your current location and local time, access your basic systems, check official news updates, and finally, the center screen which holds your cargo manager and MobiGlas store. In general, this is where you'll most likely spend the majority of your time as it's your central hub of information. Moving on, we're going to enter the PWC, or Personal Weapons Catalog. This part of MobiGlas should be treated pretty much like Amazon if it was built to vendor advanced weaponry. We can see the price, taxes, a long description, and a part number for easy reference. As a random side note, while many of the items here are possible placeholders, I think it's safe to say that anything sold from the MobiGlas will be demilitarized versions meant for citizens. I have a feeling that the best weaponry might not be sold here because it's not exactly legal, but instead black market vendors or looted from enemies. I could be completely wrong, but seeing items named the Zapper makes me think of non-lethal alternatives. Next up, we have the character profile screen. For anyone who has played any kind of RPG, this will be incredibly familiar. You have your basic item management on the left, which lets you choose specific articles to equip, and on the right, you can create, save, and delete outfit profiles. In this image, we can see a more detailed look at the actual purchasing of items from the MobiGlas store. Now, most of this is pretty basic and doesn't need observation. However, one thing did pop out to me as being curious. If you look right here, you can see the option Add Layer. There are two of them, one of which has been opened up but doesn't appear to actually provide additional information. It's quite possible this is an extra customization option that either improves the functionality or aesthetics of an item. While this is pure speculation, think to any popular MMO which allows players to insert gems or enchantments to their gear. This could be something similar where you add, I don't know, nanofibers to your fedora and it makes it stronger. On a related side note, can we please remove all fedoras from the Star Citizen universe? That would be great. On the final image taken from CitizenCon 2014, we have what is dubbed the Shipworks. The Shipworks is your main hub for managing everything about your ship from loadouts to requesting refuels. I'm going to look at each panel separately as this is easily the most inclusive and detailed page thus far. Up first, let's start at the top left. This panel is focused on the currently selected ship and allows for users to hover over specific hardpoints. In the bottom right of this panel, we can vaguely see two numbers, 859 and 5ms. At first, I thought these numbers related to speed. However, after closer inspection, it seems more likely the player is hovering over a hardpoint, in this case, a heat-seeking missile, and those numbers actually reflect damage and acceleration. The 859 is most likely the damage, while the 5ms represents 5 meters per second. Keep in mind these numbers are most likely placeholders, so don't worry about them too much. Moving on, the bottom left panel shows us the general overview of our selected ship. The triangle in this case is most likely a display of variable distribution from power, offensive weapons, and speed. The bar graph on the right and line graph on the left are too hard to make out, but as this is a general overview of our ship, I assume it's a detailed breakdown of the triangle. Lastly, at the very bottom left, we can choose to switch between 3 tabs: Overall, Power, and Fuel. Next, we have the upper right panel, which is a quick display of our available loadouts. There really isn't much to say here except that you can create, delete, and edit ship loadouts, which allow for hot swapping of components. In the bottom right corner of the shipboard screen, we can see the miscellaneous action menu. We can choose to manage our ammo, view our cargo or ship history, analyze our ship, request repairs and refuel, remove flag favorites, and change ship names. This list includes some incredibly important features, all of which are mostly self-explanatory. For example, you probably have to select Analyze Ship to check for damages, and if damage is present, you can then select Repair Ship. Or you can click View Ship History and see where you've been, what cargo you've hauled, and how many confirmed kills you have. In any case, I feel this will be the single most important screen in MobiGlas, so learn it and love it. Alright guys, that's it for this episode of Star Guides. Hopefully now you know a bit more about the MobiGlas and are just as excited as I am to try it out. This is basically our Pip-Boy, our GoldenEye 64 watch. If you need to know something, that's your go-to. And with that said, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the verse.